Is there another creature that might stand a chance against him?
My God, Zilla.
Hey everyone, Ryan here. So this past weekend we got to know more information about more movies being postponed once again. This time it's Godzilla vs. Kong and The Matrix 4. So let me talk about Godzilla vs. Kong for a second. Originally the date was supposed to be a May release, but because of the COVID-19 it got pushed into a November release around the Thanksgiving time. I'm still looking forward to this film. I've been wanting to see what's going to happen with this franchise with Godzilla, and this time bringing King Kong to it. It's going to be quite interesting. This film has been done before in the past, and what the special effects these days just makes everything look pretty cool. But I gotta say, the old school format of these movies are classic films, I gotta say. And I'm looking forward to this film still, even though this movie is getting postponed into the new year now, which is May 21st, 2021. And this is where The Matrix 4 actually comes in, because the date for The Matrix 4 was originally supposed to come out May 21st of last year. So that means, yes, Godzilla's got the slot for The Matrix 4, which means Matrix 4 is actually being pushed back into the next year, of course, into 2022. Here's a little good unknown fact to this as well, because since they're planning on doing it April 1st now, 2022, for The Matrix 4, if you guys didn't know, the first Matrix came out back in 1999, of course, but it also had the March 31st date. I love it when movies get so close out there, having their original dates out, original movies coming out pretty close to each other, especially in the franchise or sequels or something like that. And another good known fact is as well too is if you guys remember with the second and third Matrix, both of those came out the same year, of course. That second one came out sometime in that May time, and then that following year, the same year, of course, it came out towards the end of the year. I gotta give credit for that. That was pretty cool. The reason for that is because they actually tied those films together and worked on these films together. That's the way to do it sometimes, especially if you know you're going to following a sequel to it, have them tied together. It's kind of what they did with the Lord of the Rings movies, the Back to the Future films this as well, because they did Back to the Future 2 and 3 together. And the third one actually came out the following year, of course. Classic, I gotta say. It's gotta be classic. But once again, we are talking about Godzilla vs. Kong in The Matrix 4. I'm looking forward to both of these films. The only concern about The Matrix 4, I want to say, well, actually, before I get into this, what are your comments about The Matrix 4? Because I kind of looking forward to it, and I'm kind of not looking forward, because the second and third one were just all right films. The reason I'm saying this the way I am is because The Matrix, the first one, I thought was classic, I gotta say. It was one of the best films of 1999. And I remember going to the theater, and I actually relived the movie, believe it or not, last year, which I thought was pretty cool when they brought it back to the theaters. If you guys happen to catch that, leave some comments down below too, because that was just really cool to see The Matrix once again on the big screen. It's just one of those films you can really relive the movie and enjoy the movie all over again and really enjoy the film. I thought that was really cool. And that's one of the things they could probably plan down the line too, when we actually get to The Matrix 4, is maybe tying all these Matrix films all together and actually having a big marathon of some sort. And same thing with Godzilla vs. Kong too. That would be cool if they could tie in the 2014 version and our most recent one that we just had not too long ago with the new one. I like those marathons. Don't you guys like those? It's pretty fun, I gotta say. So as you can see, I could really go on and talk about this. I just wanted to update my one video I did from last week about the blockbuster videos postponing their films, which things are going to happen, especially during this time we're living in with this COVID-19 era. This COVID-19 really just shook the world, and it's just a matter of time if people will be willing to go back to the theaters right away just as well. How much energy I have right now, I'm ready to go back, but there will be new guidelines, I know that for a fact, before the theaters actually closed, before the whole shelter-in-place thing. They were separating people from different length of seats, like maybe six people away from each other, just like the 6 feet rule, of course. So that's going to happen. And once again, if you saw my last video, I was mentioning all this stuff, that the theaters will not be absolutely full. You're not going to have full theaters for quite a while. We have to get ready for the new normal. And maybe one of these days, we will get back to regular life as it is. But as the movie goer, as I'm ready to get back out to the theaters. Just like I said, there will be certain guidelines, and yes, I'm going to make sure to follow it. I wonder how that's going to work too, if we're going to have to be wearing masks in these theaters. I really hope you don't, but for safety reasons, there's got to be reasons. But especially if you're going to want to have the drink and popcorn, how's that going to work? You're going to wear a mask and go, pretend that you're eating. No, that's gonna be a little hard. Or maybe cut a little hole through the mask and wear the mouth. That's not gonna make a difference. I don't think. That's the whole point of wearing a mask, isn't it? Covering your nose and your mouth. Yeah. So once again, I'm looking forward to both of these films. But once again, it's just a matter of time when these films actually come out. I'm gonna start wrapping things up saying my name is Ryan Crutch. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you at the movies next time. Thank you for watching.